Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome along to a gorgeous, sunny, beautiful day here on the east coast of the UK, in Suffolk to be precise. Welcome along. It is an absolutely gorgeous day here. I hope it is as wonderful where you are. Now, if it's your first time here, welcome along. This is what this channel is all about. I walk along in beautiful locations and give my opinions and thoughts and feelings on everything from art to politics and everything in between, things that are in the public consciousness, and today is no different. If you're a returning subscriber, all 435 of you, or 45 or something like that, it's a crazy amount of people. Thank you so much for being here. Honor and a privilege as always to serve you. So thank you for being here. It's amazing. It's amazing to have so many people joining me for these walks and talks. Now, for those who are joining me in Telegram, on Telegram, we've been having, I've been sharing some videos there. So obviously I can't share videos on my YouTube channel of other people, so I share them on my Telegram. So if you're on Telegram, why not join me? I post as often as I can, same with the videos. I don't get a much chance because I'm working a lot. But I have been posting some videos over there that has some of the people that are my subscribers on Telegram talking about. So there's a lady called Wendy in the US, I believe. Welcome along, welcome Wendy. Thank you for being here as always and commenting and passing on your thoughts and feelings. As all my subscribers are constantly, giving me feedback, and it's amazing to have so many people, joining me for this. But the main theme of what I've been sharing on Telegram, and obviously what I've been talking about, is the Black Swan event. Now, Dan Pena, who's a billionaire, he did a talk about the Black Swan. Now, Black Swan event is where things collapse. Stock market, crypto, whatever. So today I'm going to give you a sort of a roundabout view of what I think is going to happen. Sort of like a timeline of when I think it's going to happen and how you can prepare for what I think is coming. And it's not just me, I'm just a guy on the internet. So, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a guy. I tell you about what I think and what I've seen. And then you've got to make your own decision about what you think is best for you and your family. So now I watch and I take in a lot of information on a daily basis. When I'm riding my bike to work, or I'm walking, or I've always got my headphones on. I'm listening to podcasts, I'm listening to economists talk, I'm listening to a really broad spectrum of people talking about what's happening in the financial markets. Trying to understand it myself. I'm not an expert, I'm not by any means an expert. I'm just an ordinary guy who wants to understand things better so that I'm not constantly caught behind the eight ball, especially with money. Because the people always seem to be making money and it's never me. So if you're anything like me and you're constantly struggling, especially now with what's been happening in the last year and a half, you know all about that, and with the inflation as well, which isn't pretty. But I think the inflation is going to be the thing that sort of brings everything to the head. Does that make sense? Okay, so there is an event coming. Okay, now I've spoken about this before. I don't know what it is. I don't know when exactly it is going to happen, but there is an event coming. Now, it could be a stock market crash, it could be a crypto crash, it could be hyperinflation, it could be alien invasion, who knows? But something is coming. Something very, very big that will be a worldwide event. Okay? It's going to make look like this last year and a half look like nothing. All right, and I'm deadly serious about this. Deadly serious. Now, right? Why do I say this? Why do I say that this is happening? Now, today, as in Friday the 9th of July, there is an event that's being done, a simulation. Right? Now, anyone who's been in the sort of the conspiracy theorist mindset, or that place, or looking for these kind of answers on the internet, will have seen that going back a long time, there are events that they have simulations for. They just happen to turn out to be real events. Okay, so if we go back to 9/11, there was a simulated event where planes got hijacked happening on the very day that planes got hijacked. Okay, if you don't know, go and look. Boston bombings, same thing. There was a simulated event that was happening on the very same day that the bombs went off. The simulated events tend to happen around the same time as real events happening, and it means that people they don't know whether it's a simulation or whether it's a real event, so no one knows what to do. Now, in October, I think it was, of 2019, they simulated how best to put it, an event called Event 201. Okay, Event 201, sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, of course, World Economic Forum, the usual suspects. Okay, Event 201 was a simulation of a beer flu. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Beer flu, the thing that we've been living through for the last year and a half. They had a simulated event 2 months before it actually happened. Okay, Event 201. Don't believe me? Go and look. Okay, it was exactly the same thing. It came from pigs instead of a bat that it didn't come from in the first place. But there was an event that was simulated in October of 2019, just before the real thing happened. Well, the real thing didn't happen, but we're not going to split hairs over that. Okay. Now, we've got an event that's starting today, a simulation that's starting today, goes through to the 23rd, I think it is. That is it's a cyber sort of hacking event simulation where they simulate the power going out, for instance, or the internet going down, for instance, or other major hacking events. So I just have to turn around here. Other major hacking events that would maybe interrupt the supply chain of food, or water, or oil, like the Suez Canal, maybe getting blocked, or those kind of things. You with me? Okay, so there's a simulation that's happening from today. Okay, today it starts and it goes for a couple of weeks, I think. Now, every single thing I've ever heard, like Dan Pena is a billionaire, Warren Buffett, the most successful investor in history apparently. Not that he traded insider trading at all. Never did that. No. Yes, he did. Anyway, Warren Buffett has sold a great proportion of his shares in the stock market and has cash parked on the side, as do many of the big players. Why would they sell now when the market's at record highs? Do they know something that we don't? Of course they do. Of course they do. Look, there is an event coming. Whether you think I'm crazy or it doesn't really matter. There is an event coming. I don't know what it is. It could be a simulated alien invasion, which I think is probably more likely than anything else. They could hack the power grid, they could take off the internet, whatever, but I think it's more likely that there's going to be a simulated alien invasion. That's my thought, because then it would be a worldwide thing. Okay? The event is going to mean that supply chain interruption for food and essentials. So the supermarket shelves will be empty. Much like what happened in Australia with the toilet rolls, where people were actually physically having a fight over toilet rolls. like I've seen some crazy shit in my time. I really have. I've seen some insane stuff. Really, really, really crazy shit. But watching people fight over toilet roll, that's a whole new low of our society. People fighting over toilet roll, and I figured out why, because they're all full of shit. Those people who were fighting over toilet roll were full of shit, and they desperately needed a toilet roll. So I do apologise if the wind is making noise on the camera, but I had to come to the beach today. I mean, look at it. It's just beautiful. It really is. It's marvellous. It's really, really stunning here today. Now, as I've said, in response to what should you do to prepare, and you should be preparing right now. If you haven't been already, get prepared. You don't need to be a multi-millionaire. You don't need to go and spend tens of thousands on these pre-packaged food that lasts for a year. If you've got it, wonderful, excellent. But just do small things to prepare. I might be completely wrong, but I don't think I am, because it's coming from everywhere. And we're talking financial markets, we're talking everywhere. Across the board, everyone's talking about the same thing. An event that's going to happen that's going to bring down everything. We've got so much money has been pumped into the economy over the last, since 2007, 2008, since the crash then. That was deliberate, by the way. it's just been money printing, and you can't put that much money into the economy without ringing some alarm bells. Now, house prices are at all-time highs, ridiculously high. The food prices are going up in America. The oil prices are going up, means the fuel prices are going up 40% in the last, since Uncle Joe came into power. That wonderful man, that totally legitimate president. The fuel price has gone up 40%. The Fed's balance sheet has increased, 25% last year. Now, the other thing that, I'll finish up on this thread first. So, in order to prepare for something like this, have some food. Right? All you need is some dried pasta, some tinned food. There's stuff that's not expensive anyway, and that you can get hold of. I don't care how poor you are, you can always get a few extra tins of food. Okay? A few extra tins of food, some bottled water, whatever you think you're going to need, should money not be available or shops close or whatever. Just to tide yourself over for a few weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month. If you can have some tinned food or some dried food or whatever, put away, then you're prepared as you can be. Maybe some candles if the power goes out, that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that you need to spend tens of thousands, maybe just spend a little bit of money, have some extra food in case it all goes sideways. If it does, you're prepared. If it doesn't, you can always eat the food. It doesn't go to waste, okay? That's my preparation. If you've got a bit of extra money to spare, like I say, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I did, what I think is a good idea. Get some silver coins, physical silver coins that you can use to barter with should things go sideways. I think the price of silver is going to go up anyway. I don't know. I think because we're looking at, everyone's talking about the green economy. We have to swap over to green electricity. What happens there? More batteries. What do batteries need? Silver. So the price of silver should go up. And silver is a monetary metal. If the value of the money, fiat money, that's not really money, but you know what I mean, the fiat cash that we use, if that goes down the toilet, the price of silver and gold are going to go up. So if you do buy some silver to barter with, worst case scenario, you can always sell it in the future when the price goes up. Okay? Now, the other thing I wanted to sort of touch on today, because I know a lot of people don't understand it, is cryptocurrency, digital assets, whatever you want to call them, it really doesn't matter. I want to give a brief explanation of what they are, how it works, what it does, what it isn't, and the things you should look out for and the things you shouldn't have to worry about, okay? So, in the briefest explanation I can possibly give you, and the simplest explanation is, what's a digital asset? It is a digital transaction, okay? Digital transaction of exchange. Now, if you go to the shop and you pay for your shopping with a card, that is a digital transaction. All you're doing is it's numbers on a screen moving from one ledger, being your bank account, to the shop's ledger, being the shop's bank account, okay? It's swapping numbers from from your bank account, it's literally numbers on a screen, to the shop's bank account, ledger to ledger, okay? Now, it's a digital transaction. Now, when you're talking about digital assets, cryptocurrencies, it's exactly the same thing. It's a digital transaction. It's numbers on a screen moving from point A to point B. Now, different digital assets or digital currencies or whatever you want to call them do different things, okay? This one here is the international standard for transfers of money from one currency to another one, okay? Now, I won't suggest that you should buy digital assets or cryptocurrencies. I have. I think that there's a lot of opportunity in it. Now, the fears that everybody has, well, what happens if the power goes out? Well, what do you think is going to happen to your money if the power goes out? Do you think you can use your card in a supermarket if the power goes out? Nope. What about the internet? Nope. So some cash might not be a bad thing to have. Should things go sideways. But, people say to me, oh, but what happens if the power goes out or the internet goes out? You won't be able to use your digital money. You won't be able to use your card anyway. So what's the difference? Now, I've also heard stories about what happens if the power goes out, you lose all your digital assets. Why would you lose them? It's like saying, let's just say when it gets dark and you lose your wallet from your back pocket, you'll never get that cash back again. Look, the misunderstanding with digital assets and digital money is that if the power does go out, for instance, or if the internet goes down, for instance, your money's not gone. Your digital assets aren't gone. They're still stored in your wallet or wherever you have them stored. It doesn't go away. You still own them, and the ownership comes from what's called your private keys. Okay, so I'll explain this as simple as I can as well. Okay, so let's just say you set up an email address. Okay, you've got an email address. If the power or the internet goes down, do you lose your emails? No. Why not? Because they're stored in your email, right? You with me? Now, your digital wallet that you set up, which is could be an app on your phone, it could be lots of different things. There's lots of different ways you can set up wallets. But your digital wallet is where you store your digital money, your digital cash, okay? So your digital wallet, for all intents and purposes, just like your wallet that you keep your cash, your money in, except it's digital. It's numbers on a screen, right? Which is like a digital payment, like I say, any card payments and digital payments, exactly the same thing. Now, when you set up your digital wallet, okay, you get given, well, the different wallets do different specs, but most wallets you have a 24-word key phrase, okay? So when you set up the wallet, the wallet, when you set it up, gives you 24 words in order. Word 1 is forest, word 2 is wood, word 3 is sand, word 4 is whatever it is. You got 24 words, you write them all down and you store them safely. Now, if for any reason your digital wallet gets stolen, lost, corrupted for any reason, maybe there was an EMP blast and your information on your wallet got wiped out, your 24-word key phrase is your recovery phrase. So should for any reason someone steal your digital wallet, you've still got the 24 words, which is the access to that money. Does that make sense? It's like having your email but protected with 24 words, so the only way you can get into it is with those 24 words. Now, that's only if you lose it or it gets stolen or it gets corrupted. Otherwise, you can use your digital wallet as and when you like, So the whole idea that you could lose it, yes, people have lost their 24-word key phrases and then they can't get into their wallet and then they've lost their, yes, I agree. It's not ideal, but that's changing as we speak. That at the moment you can have what they call unstoppable domains. You can buy a domain like a .crypto address. So it's like having an email. So if somebody wants to send you money, like digital money, then you give them your .crypto address. So it's just like an email address. So very, very simple to remember. I've got a few of them. I've got chrislarge.crypto, a couple of other ones for my business. But that's what's happening. People have been in this space for a lot longer than I have. I've been in it for coming up to 4 years. People have been here a lot longer than I have. And people that have been here for the same period that I have. When I first got into it, it was a lot harder to navigate your way around the space. If you wanted to buy, for instance, XRP, you had to go and buy Bitcoin first and then swap the Bitcoin into XRP. That was the way it had to be done. Now it's very, very simple. You can buy things with cash. But there's a lot of hype around digital money at the moment because, as I've said before, I was on a call with the Bank of England, the Bank of International Settlements about 2 weeks ago, and then again on Monday of this week, and then again yesterday as well, where they were talking about central bank digital currencies, okay? Which will be the same as the cash money that you have in your wallet now, but it will be digital, it'll be on the screen, just like, when you have your app on your phone for your Barclays or whoever you bank with, you can look on your screen and see how much money you have in your bank account, and you can make payments directly from that app as well. It's a digital payment, same thing. So the central banks of the world are bringing out their digital money. It's happening as we speak. It's so there's a lot of different things that are happening at the same time, but at the same time, like a lot of the systems as they stand right now, banking, financial, politics, all those systems are coming down, but they have new systems in place in the background that have been built for the last few years using distributed ledger, decentralized platforms. Now, as I've said before in many videos, the problem that we have now in our society is centralization. When you have a centralization of money, power, information, then it's not a fair or a level playing field. Those who know, it's not a level playing field when you have a centralization of control. So what's happening now with what digital assets, with what blockchain brings, is decentralization. It decentralizes the power, the control, the money away from those people that have been controlling everything for generations. This is happening as we speak. So, for instance, we could have blockchain voting, so we wouldn't have all the bullshit that we've had, like in the US, where you could literally go into your phone and press the button who you want to vote for on your phone, and do it in 2 minutes rather than having to go to a polling station. And it's secure. It's secure, and it can't be changed. It's secure, and it's registered, and it's locked in. That's what blockchain does. It's a secure record of transactions. So whether you use it for voting, whether you use it for storing your medical records, decentralization means it's taken the power and the control is taken away from one central failure point and spread out to many points, so that should one go down, there's multiple other places that hold that information in the first place. So I suppose the message that I want to give today is, yes, there is going to be an event. Yes, it's coming in the next sort of 6 to 7 weeks, I would think. I don't know dates. I'm not an insider. This is not what this channel is about. I'm not here to monetize this thing. I'm not trying to ask for donations. I want nothing at all. But I'm just passing on what I see so that people can make preparations. Now, in the next 6 or 7 weeks, I think probably by the end of August, early September, we will see some kind of event. And I wanted to sort of put the word out there because I don't want people to get scared. And it's the biggest problem that we have in our society is when things happen that are outside of the norm, like what's happened the last year and a half. People get scared, and when they get scared, they make really poor decisions. Really, really poor decisions. Like, with people going and getting the sticky, squirty thing they're putting inside their arm. Because people are doing that because they're fearful. Because they have no idea. They had no idea this was coming in the first place. I knew there was going to be an event. I didn't know what it was. But here we are, still living through this. But the next event's going to be bigger, I think. Now, I don't mind if you think I'm crazy. I don't mind if this is if this sounds so out there that it doesn't sound real. That's cool. At least you've heard it. I'm breaking the ice. So if something does happen, at least you've heard it and you go, you know what, someone did say something about that, and you won't panic. Because if you panic, you're dead. Okay? Make some plans now. If the last year and a half has taught you nothing, learn one lesson right now. You need to be prepared for things that come at you from somewhere you never expected to come from. Because, if this hasn't taught you anything, it should have. And it takes nothing to be prepared for an event should another one happen. Maybe a little bit of money, a little bit of time, doing your shopping. Getting a little bit of extra tin food or some pasta or whatever you think is going to support you through this. Make sure it's nutritionally sound. It's all well and good to have, just some food to tide you over, but you need something that's got nutrition in it as well to keep you not only alive but keep you functioning at your optimum. So there are meal plans that you can buy, sort of milkshake kind of things if you want to have that, but do something. I urge you to do something, anything to prepare. Now, this all sounds like a doomsday kind of thing. I don't think it is. I think, yes, there will be a lot of people that panic, and if people don't have access to their money, food, water, those kind of things, fuel, they're going to panic. You don't want to be amongst those people. Be prepared, have a little bit of stuff at your house. Don't advertise it. Don't Don't tell everyone what you're doing, but tell everyone that they should be preparing as well. It costs nothing to do it. You know, a little bit of time and a little bit of money for a bit of food. But you know, you'll thank yourself should something happen, and I believe it will, because all the indicators are there that point us out. You know, the economy is hanging by a thread. Have a look around you, all the businesses are closed, all they're boarded up. All my friends in Australia said, no, we locked down hard at the beginning. And where are they now? Oh, they're locked down again. The UK is going to be locked down again in September or October. I'll guarantee it, if not before. There's an event coming, and it's a big event, and if you're not prepared, you're going to be on the receiving end of it. So that's my message for today. It's just to put that out there, and to try and make people aware, to do something, and also, you know, digital assets, you know, real money like gold and silver. If you've got that kind of money to put into gold and silver, it's not a bad investment either. But, you know, like I say, I'm not an investment advisor. You have to make up your own mind. What do you think is good for you? All that said, don't panic. Don't panic. It's all going to turn out well. It's okay. And it's okay for things to go down, because the only way that we can implement new systems, that I think we can all agree that the way that the world has been running hasn't been good, because our systems are broken. The only way we can change those systems is for those systems to come down, or for them to fail, and we implement new systems. Okay? So nothing ever changes when people are comfortable. We have to go through some pain, but as long as you don't panic and you are prepared, everything will go smooth. Alright? So, if you like what I'm doing, share the videos. If you think this can help somebody, like I say, I'm just a guy on the internet, and I don't expect you to believe a word that I say, but go and look for yourself. Spend some time, do some homework, and look around. Understand what's happening in the reverse repo market. Have a look at what's happening in the bond market. Have a look at what's happening in the stock market. Have a look how much money that is being printed by governments around the world, and then decide what do you think is the sum total of what's going to happen with all those events coming together at the same time, and make decisions that can help you and your family should those events happen. I leave it up to you. But what we need to do is make sure that we're sharing information. So if you like it, share the information. Give me a like and a subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But share the information with people if you think it can help them, because at the end of the day, we don't want to be relying on governments. We don't want to be relying on anybody else except ourselves and each other. If we can help each other out by sharing information that can help, then that's what we should be doing. Getting out there, helping people, doing something positive for yourself and doing something positive for your local community. That can change the way that we do things in this world. It can change the world. We can't rely on the government and the systems that they put in place, because, you know, the last year and a half has taught me never, you know, I never trusted the government anyway, but the last year and a half has taught me you can't rely on the government, because they don't give a fuck. They really don't give a shit about you. So understand that, then you can make some decisions that are best for you and your family. All right, that said, get out there, look after yourself, look after each other, and change the world with your actions and your thoughts and your feelings. All right, take care, have a wonderful day. Enjoy the world. I look forward to seeing you real soon. Take care, bye.